question toward one Nigeria is, we can agree, you have your own leader. Whether anybody accept it or not, the only leader with a powerful mantle of leadership from the eastern part of Nigeria is Nnamdi Kanu. There is a difference between ruler and a leader. You may have governors, you may have senators. Those are your rulers because they are using power to force you to do what you don't like. But Nnamdi Kanu, when he tell you everybody should not go out tomorrow, you people refuse to go out, not because you are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu, but because you believe he cannot choose something that can hurt you.
Okay.
That is what we call leadership. And equally, each and every region should have this kind of people. Then we should come together. We are Nigeria. We will enjoy our strategic location in terms of business. You are Biafran, you are moving into northern Nigeria to do your business. You don't need visa because we are a Nigerian. You are northerner, you want to go to Biafra to do your business. You don't need visa because you are Nigerian. But the resources of Biafra should be controlled by Biafrans. Okay. The security architecture of Biafra should be provided by Biafrans. The resources of Oduduwa Republic should be controlled by Oduduans. The security architecture and the economic policy as well as customary law should be an indigenous system that a Yoruba man will never feel that his culture, his history is being tampered under a system that is not fair and just to him. The same thing in northern Nigeria. Northerners should have a system that is working for them. There is no problem for people of different history, people of different religion, people of different background to be under the one system. But the difference is, can we accept our differences and live in peace and harmony? Can respect of one another be part of our differences? Wherever you see chaos, wherever you see conflicts, wherever you see crisis, it was initiated by injustice. If the Biafran people, they feel equally treated like other people from the other region, there should be no question of cessation. Okay. So Nigeria should have a single army. This our army should be Nigerian army. But the policing, there should be nothing like a Nigerian police. There should be nothing like a Nigerian custom. We should have Biafra regional custom, the northern regional custom, because if a northerners, they don't want to beer and alcohol in their region, they forbid it. It was not a it's not an exhibit if you go to Biafra land. So therefore, Biafran custom have the right to clear it to their own land. But if you bring somebody from Kano to clear what will enter Biafra land, whatever he see that the tamper his culture will touch his brain, will change his psychological thinking, it will now cause confusion.
Okay, thank you.
Those who I'm coming. Yeah. Those who created this system, they don't mean well for the North. They don't mean well for Nigeria. They don't mean well for Biafran, and they don't mean well for this thing. For them, Nigeria is just like a company for them. And choosing a general manager called president. And he has no power to implement any policy. If you allow me to be a president of Nigeria today, and Nigerians choose to abide by what I will say, by the year 2040, Nigeria will be among the most powerful nations in the world, not only in Africa. They say we are the giant of Africa. We are only sleeping giant. We are suffering like other African countries. We are suffering diseases like other African countries. We are suffering from poverty like other African countries. We are suffering from illiteracy like other African countries. We are suffering from corruption like other African countries. Then what makes us giant?
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay, so we are what we do, not what we say we are.
Thank you.
And we are what we represent to you, not what you perceive we are.
Allah go bless you.
And what I want you to understand, Jobless King here, what he was saying, he disliked the approach. You didn't even listen to us throughout the discussion. Our discussion was not, no, you see, our discussion was not initially on this issue. Our discussion was in the generality of Africa. What is the fate of Africa in a modern generation? If you carefully study what entirely Africa is engulfed into, each and every African nation is suffering from nearly the same problem. And our problem is an imperial system being imposed on us by imperial arrogant powers that will not allow Africa to strive and develop as a continent. And we say we need leaders who understand what Africa needs. At this moment, what Africa needs is leadership, not necessarily democracy, because we don't know democracy before the coming of these colonial masters. And if you look at what they are offering or practicing in their own country, it is not necessarily democracy, it is their national interest. So we as Africans should be in a system that we will relate to any country, whether that country is Europe or whatever that country is, but we can only relate to that country based on mutual respect, where we are benefiting from the relationship, they are also benefiting. But in a situation whereby now, despite the abundant crude oil we have here in Nigeria, now see how much
individuals, foreign bodies, it is unending. Nana Narikalo, of course, is an international diplomat the way it stands today. Nigeria, everywhere seems to be shaking because of only one man.
Nigeria has to shake because Nigeria have never produced a man like him. It's only in Biafra you can see such people. Heroes that are not two. And you can see them once in many centuries. They are not two. And that person is Mazen Namdekan. So Nigeria has to shake. The whole world need to get themselves involved. Listen and listen good. Mazen Namdekan is a very big fish in the ocean. It's a whale in the ocean, whereby every other fishes respect. When they see it coming, they see him swimming, coming. Every other fish, including shark, will give space because the boss is around. That's Mazen Namdekan. And let me tell you this, before Mazen Namdekan carry out this mission and the vision that he's into already, let me tell you, he did not just wake up to carry it. He was sent by God. So it's a God sent.
So
And
it's
God,
a divine calling.
it's a divine calling. And God sent him for this purpose. And that's why God created him.
Remember that the other day he made it very clear, abundantly clear, that he is going to be freed come
Soon.
Next
Yes,
month.
he's going to be freed because he has committed no crime. And you and I vividly know, in all the while he has been appearing in the court, facing Nigerian court, the person that kidnapped him, former president of Nigeria, that kidnapped him, he defeated him right in his own government.
talking about Muhammadu Buhari.
Muhammadu Buhari, he didn't go school. He defeated him. And after defeating him, out of shame, he handed him over to the DSS. And the current one again that is not as educated as he as a Mazen Namdekan. He only buys certificate, a drug dealer, coming thinking that he can use that mentality to carry Mazen Namdekan to use him for politics. And that is why right in his own court, Mazen Namdekan went to Binta and Co. ransack all of them and lecture them. Don't you watch it? When where all the lawyers, including the judge, sat down and they were listening to Mazen Namdekan, he started lecturing them about Nigerian constitution. And this is a people that stand and say they know the law. And somebody that you kidnap, now he started teaching you your law. That means you don't know what you are doing. And that is what attracted the international. And let me tell you again, Mazen Namdekan is an international fish. Remember, it's a UN son or child. Remember, it's a UN child. So it's not just ordinary person. And remember, look at, I want you to refresh your memory back what Binta said. He says somebody like Mazen Namdekan is not person that you'll be, all this charge and bail court we have in Nigeria. His caliber should be the ones, handling matters in ICC, International Criminal Court, or ICJ, International Court of Justice. That is the class of Mazen Namdekan, not in this charge and bail room and parlor court we have here in Nigeria. You understand?
What do you think is giving Namdekan this confidence, this level of confidence?
It's giving him confidence because the Lord is on his side. That's number one. Number two, he knows what he's doing. Number three, international bodies is an UN Peking. Number four, he have alliance with the people that matters.
When you talk about people that matters, it's like Namdekan have an insight that in the near future, someone like the lady who is now currently the chief of staff to Donald Trump.
Of course.
Susan Vai.
Yes, Susan Vai. Yeah.
It's the first site,
before in 2019, she was partnering with Mazen Namdekan in this same struggle. You understand? And look at where the grace have catapulted her. When she was doing it, she never knew that today she will be the chief of staff of United States of America. Do you understand me? But because of the grace that she have embraced and concord with, that the grace that is following the Jews, that following the Biafrans, they are following the generation, you know, the chosen generation of the Lord. The same grace speaks for her today that catapulted her to where she is now. And she now, I believe she's now using her position to let Mr. President of America that this is the struggle I was once part. I will not end it here because the grace catapulted me to this.
Now let me bring this angle. The statement that came from the Foreign Affairs Minister of Russia, asking or rather advising, admonishing countries of the world and UN in particular to going forward start respecting right of self-determination. We understand that once we talk of self-determination, the first thing that comes to mind is Nnamdi Kanu. Globally,
yes.
How does that come to you?
The way I see it is that, you know, there is an extent.
Victory for Nnamdi Kanu, if I may ask.
It is a victory to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but before I will, you know, finally or eventually come to that, I want to say one or two things. You know, there is an extent matter will grow rich. You know, some persons will now look into it, even when they are not, you know, involved. They involve themselves. Even when they are not called, they will want to, you know, engage themselves in the matter. Let us even see or actually, you know why what is happening is happening. You understand? So, and all these people have gone through the chapter, you know, the document of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and they discovered that both in his staying in the foreign land, he has not committed any, you understand, any criminal offense. He has been an easygoing person, you know, very friendly, very social, and is somebody that hates intimidation or ridiculousness or oppress or suppress of anybody. He's a man that loves the peaceful and you know, the happiness of every individual being created by God. So when they now look at it, everything, despite all the allegations that Nigeria have leveled against him, they look at it and they find out this man's hands are innocent. Look at what happened in the Bible. It's just like when Pontius Pilate, you remember, when Jesus was brought, he said, I did not find anything against this man. He collected water and he washed it. He said, my hand, you know, do you understand? And that is the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. All of them are coming and this man did not commit any crime. You people should free him. Stop torturing him because he has his own human right as a human. Why are you denying it?
Now, remember that before now, the Court of Appeal in Nigeria